Hello everybody and welcome back again to Let's Play Greedfall, where we are still doing Petrus's personal quest, which also is kind of a personal quest for Athena, because we are looking for her relatives here on Tier D, and apparently one of them is over here. So let's see if we can find her, and let's see how she will react to these news.
There's a woman over there, surrounded by animals. It looks like she may be in danger.
Oh well, yeah. I guess we are going to help her. Oh yeah, I think she might need some help here. Okay, now we can just pick one of them and start to take them down one by one, or maybe not. Man, these creatures are very aggressive today. Alright, I think this should be enough.
Feel, madam.
Well, thank you for stepping in. I don't understand what has happened. Usually these animals accept me. Something must have frightened them.
We are glad we arrived at the right time. We would have been very upset if something had happened to you.
Excuse me, but are you Slan, the Donegad of Vignamri?
Yes, that's me. Were you looking for me?
Yes, we were. If you would allow us, we'd like to accompany you and tell our story along the way.
Very well. I will walk by your side.
This is the story we have pieced together.
I just can't believe it. Yet, if I think about it, your face reminds me of hers.
My mother, or better, the woman who raised me, gave me this necklace.
A Relwyn gave it to me, to give to her child, and I passed it on to Mrs. de Sade.
It looks familiar. Your father had given it to your mother when they bound. It's good that you are wearing it today. My poor beloved Relwyn, who died far away from us all, and divorced Tiersay. I still miss her so much.
She wanted me to help her die. But I was unable to do such a thing. Someone would have figured it out. I would have been sent back to Ptolemy, and I would have lost everything. So I watched her suffer. And one day she died.
Petrus, I cannot hold it against you for letting her live.
No, you don't understand. I loved her.
Okay.
I loved her, and I didn't even have the strength to end her suffering. She's the only woman I've ever loved.
I never would have guessed.
Everyone loved Relwyn. She was marvelous. You cannot blame yourself, man of the light. What's more, you brought me her child. For that alone, she would forgive you if she were among us. All is well now. The child of Tia Fradi has returned home, and with him, the spirit of his mother. You are home, my Duktaram. Welcome.
Petrus, I wanted to thank you.
Thank me? Despite everything you know about me?
You may have been a bit cowardly in the past, to the point of letting the woman you loved suffer. You were manipulative and you lied to everyone, including yourself.
True.
But thanks to what you've told me, I've been able to find my family and my origins. And for that, I thank you.
My child. What you're saying touches me more than you can imagine. At least I've done something good, for once in my deceitful life. For you, and for her. I hope the Enlightened will remember this when I stand before him.
Well, I think we can put our weapons away now. Yes, I think I'm just in combat because that's where we ended the last cutscene. But yeah, Petrus, you are a lot deeper than I thought. So I hope you're feeling better now that we finished your quest here. But this was quite the interesting conversation. Also, I'm going to assume that Duktaram means daughter. I'm sensing some Indo-European roots here, and Duktaram is certainly the most obvious example I've seen so far. I mean, I mentioned earlier that the native language kind of reminds me of Celtic, maybe ancient Celtic, and Duktaram is like very obvious, inspired by Indo-European languages. The other example that I noticed earlier is quies, which I think probably means who is it. Again, that seems like a very obvious Indo-European connection. And even the name of the island, Tirfradi, the Tir part kind of makes me think of Latin terra, which means land or earth. So there would be another Indo-European connection. No, I don't think it's like actual literal Celtic, which they use as the native language, but I might be wrong about this. But the whole language seems to be based on some kind of Indo-European or Proto-Indo-European language. That's my assumption anyway. I should really do some linguistic studies with the language here. I mean, we have quite a bit of samples in this game that I could study. And if I compare them and maybe look at the context, I might be able to figure out what the different words mean. I mean, usually they are not subtitled. I don't think I have ever seen any subtitled native language in this game. It's always, just the raw language. But sometimes you can just, guess from the context what they are saying. But yeah, Petrus, so this was pretty interesting. Not just for you, but also for Athena, I'm sure. I mean, while I'm here, can I talk to you again? No, I can't. So does this mean that we have finished your mission? Yes, we have. So we have no more companion missions, just one, side mission for the coin guard. And if I look at my relationship level, yes, Petrus is friendly. I don't know what to do about Ciara. She hasn't given me any quest in quite some time. So, yeah, I can't really win any more reputation with her because I can't really do anything for her. But okay, let's leave this place for now. Oh, and suddenly it's night. Also, I have to say, I kind of expected something unexpected to happen, and that sentence doesn't make any sense, because if it's unexpected, I can't expect it. But I kind of expected something unusual to happen, because all these people made certain remarks about, the donor guide and the chief not getting along. So I thought this would somehow play a role in this quest, but apparently it didn't at all. So yeah, I guess I will just travel away from here, but I have to decide what I want to do next. I can do the side mission, or I can go back to a main mission, and I think that's what I'm going to do. And since I've already done some parts of this quest, I guess I'm just going to continue with it. So, since neither the Teleme healer or the Bridge Alliance healer was able to really help him, I will now go to the leader of the council called Glendan. So, let's see, where would that be? Okay, it's over here, the Singing Waters, village of Wenshaveye. Right, I do remember this. We've been there before. But I think I didn't really do anything in that village because I was waiting for that quest before I actually looked around. And I mean, now that I've finished all the companion missions, at least all that are available at the moment, I'm looking at you, Ciara, because you just don't give me any more companion missions. I guess I will go and quickly talk to all of my companions. I don't really expect any new dialogue, or not a lot of it anyway. But just to be on the safe side, I will talk to all of you. Starting with you, Ciara, because I really need more quests from you.
Do you need something?
Yeah, this is no new dialogue, I'm afraid.
I must leave you. See you later.
So, what about Afra? I haven't talked to her since finishing her quest? Well, I may have. Let's see.
Desade, I'm happy to see you. Can I do anything for you?
Let's see. Her hometown, her arrival on the island. I'm pretty sure I asked the first two, but I may not have asked these two. Her years spent studying with Asili. And I mean, if I asked this before, then it might be different now after, the new revelations and after we actually took down Asili. So I think it's worth trying this again.
Tell me about your studies with Dr. Asili.
He was not always mad, you know. He was a renowned doctor back in Al-Sad. His unusual methods saved many lives, and I was very proud to be amongst his students. He taught me a lot. He was a great teacher. He was strict and severe, but he always pushed us to do our best. It's only when I joined him on the island that I understood that there was something wrong. He seemed changed and completely obsessed with the Malachor. You know it killed his wife and 2 children.
No, I
He was
didn't.
so shaken by that, he no longer showed any restraint in his research. Such a waste. For the natives he massacred as well as for science.
Yes, I do agree with you. But I guess that's at least part of his motivation, his wife and children dying of the Malachor. I see. What she has learned thanks to Dunkers. I am not sure if I asked this before, so let's just ask it again.
I'm under the impression that you've not learned as many things as you wanted by observing Dorcas's clan.
That's true. I hope to discover the physical or alchemical mechanism behind their metamorphoses. But instead, I don't know. I think I now understand the bond that unites their people to this land. The links that connects them and the power of their culture. It's unexpected. I wonder if this couldn't become another subject for study. The study of people, their customs and beliefs. If I said that in Al-Sad, people would think I've gone mad, but here, everything is possible, right? Learning about the natives would allow us to stop being afraid of them, and to see them like fellow humans at last.
I would totally join you in that kind of study, Afra. I totally would. But yeah, thanks for that short conversation.
I must leave you.
So, I don't know, let's see. Vasco? I haven't spoken to him in quite some time.
Sea and love both share a bitter bite. The sea seizes.
Oh.
And love seizes. Love scolds us.
Oh.
And the sea scolds us. For neither are free from tempest's might.
Well,
A poem.
Yes, a poem I read and which I was trying to remember.
d-
It makes me think of you. Of us. Would you like to spend some time alone?
oh well, I didn't expect that to happen. Accept the rendezvous, decline the rendezvous. Well, I guess he is just making a proposal here. But I mean, at some point I really have to decide on, what romance to take or if to take any romance at all. So I guess Vasco just forced the issue here because I have to actually make a decision here. And, well, I mentioned before that I do have, like, a preference. And as it happens, my preference is Vasco. So I guess I'm going to accept the rendezvous. I honestly didn't expect it to happen now. I thought, at some point, maybe once I'm close to the end of the game, I will talk to him again and I'll see if I can work anything out with him, but apparently he's taking the first step here, so that's a bit surprising. But yeah, I'm going for Vasco because, I don't know, I like him. I think they would make a good fit. I suppose they can bond over being adopted or whatever. And, I mean, the other options that I've seen so far are Kurt. I mean, I definitely saw some flirty dialogue with him. But, to be honest, while I like Kurt, I think I just prefer them as friends because they've known each other for some time and he was kind of like her trainer, I suppose. So I think that makes for a good friendship and maybe not the kind of romance that I would prefer. And yeah, I don't know. I guess Ciara is apparently an option, but the only reason that I know about this is because someone said it in the comments. I haven't really seen any kind of romantic dialogue with Ciara yet. Maybe because I haven't finished her personal mission yet. But she's just not giving me any. So Yeah, Ciara, I'm sorry, but if you are interested, I guess you're just a little bit too slow. And to be honest, if I were to go for one of the girls, I would totally pick Afra. I like Afra. I think Afra is cool. But Afra basically friend-zoned me on my very first, conversation with her, so that's not going to happen. So yeah, I guess Vasco it is, and I suppose this is where I make my decision here, so yeah, sure, I will accept your rendezvous. Also, that poem was kinda cute, right? So, sure, why not?
With pleasure. Meet me outside my room the next time we return to the house.
I will meet you there. Did you want anything else?
This sudden shift between the specific dialogue and the farewell dialogue of characters is always kind of weird.
I must leave you.
But okay, looks like I have a rendezvous, and I guess I have to go home for that? I think I'm actually going to do this later. I'm just going to continue with my main mission now, and then once I finish that, I will return home and we will have that rendezvous. But yeah, I still have some people to talk to, so let's see if Petrus has anything to say about the mission we just finished.
My dear child, what can I do for you?
Well, he doesn't have any new dialogue, alright.
I will see you later, Father.
Take care, my child.
And what about Kurt?
Greenblood, my friend. Do you need something?
I don't know. Well, I still have the flirty options with him. Although I'm still not entirely sure why this is supposed to be flirty. I mean, I can kinda understand this one, but his relationship with Captain Rolf, that's a weird way to flirt, Athena. Let's see. His training with Major Herman, that actually might be new. Either it's new or I have completely forgotten about it, so let's pick it again.
What happened exactly with Major Herman?
I was just a kid then. But I was sent to an elite camp, although one must say that I was gifted for my age. This is when Captain Herman took charge of me. We were beaten almost every day. We hardly slept, and he humiliated us at every opportunity. The same treatment as Rainer, Wilhelm, and the others. Except, Herman occasionally came to visit us at night. But it's something I'd rather forget. The bastard went up in flames, and all my memories along with him. Anything else?
Well, these are some heavy conversations I'm having today. Petrus and Gert and all in between, Vasco is making a proposal. So, I didn't expect all of this. But I think it's good that I, had a look at more dialogue options from my companions. Because while they don't really get that much new dialogue, apparently every now and then there's something new here. So, yeah, Kurt, I guess thank you for telling me about that.
I must leave you.
Alright, well, I think I talked to everyone now. So, I guess we're going to leave now. And we will continue with our mission. So, we are in Wenshawaya, and we need to talk to the healer. And I do have some points I can spend, but maybe I will have a look at that later.
Quest! Get out! Who do you think you are to foil our ritual? One of those mind shakers, no doubt.
Aiden, it is your duty to assure we are not interrupted.
1,000 pardons, Tien. It is indeed one of those mind shakers.
A mind shaker?
I am not a mind shaker.
Look at him more closely, Aiden. He is an Almanawi. Present yourself and tell me why you interrupt our ceremony.
My name is Desade. I have come looking for you to ask for your help.
I greet you, Donegad. We are so sorry to have interrupted your ritual. But my friend truly needs your advice.
Don't excuse yourself. Are you the daughter of Bladnid? Are you not a Denegad as well?
It is true, but my powers of healing are far less powerful than your own.
And you travel with a mind shaker. Strange trio.
I
Yeah.
am Bishop Petrus, but I am not a mind shaker. A missionary. Why, pray tell, are you asking?
There are people wearing the same insignia that pass their time troubling the minds of my people.
Missionaries? I was not aware. I'm only here to accompany my friend, I assure you.
He is not a bad man, Donegad, even if his beliefs are foreign and strange.
Then, how can I help you?
My cousin suffers from a terrible sickness. The Malikor.
I do not know this sickness. But perhaps we call it by a different name.
It turns the blood black and provokes terrible suffering. And alas, it is fatal in all cases.
I've
dear.
never seen the ailing touched by such a sickness. And I doubt I am able to heal your cousin.
We are looking for a remedy, but urgently need to relieve his pain. Could you slow the progression of the sickness? Keep him from suffering?
In that, I can help you. I know how to make one forget the pain, even the most severely wounded.
But Tiern, with all that is happening now, you cannot leave to visit this ill person.
It is true. My village needs me now. I cannot leave, and must attend them.
What is going on? Perhaps we can help you.
Truly? You?
Do they have a choice, Aiden? They do really seem to have need of me, don't they?
Well then, tell us what we need to do.
The situation has become unbearable. And it all started when these Moin Shakers began arriving. They wanted to convert everyone and take them to another place. Turn them away from us. And of course, the village folk would not be persuaded. But the Moin Shakers remained.
And it was also at that time the Tenlands started to attack. It is not their way to do as such.
There are many wounded, and recently many have gone missing. We must discover from where these monsters come.
I can try and talk sense into the missionaries, perhaps with the help of Bishop Petrus. As for the attacks of the creatures, I will see what I can do. But I need more information.
Our master hunter, or the families of the Taken, could most likely help you.
Very well. I'll take care of it. Make preparations to accompany us. The days are burning like very thin candles.
Do not worry. If you see to the concerns of my village, I will be most happy to accompany you.
Let's go and see this master hunter. He should be able to tell us more about these attacks.
Okay, so apparently getting the healer to look after Constantine is not going to be quite as easy. First I need to help the village and then he will help us, I hope. So, let's go and talk to the hunter. Where exactly would he be? Also, I completely forgot to change my team for this mission, but as it turned out, apparently Ciara and Petrus are actually a perfect team for this particular quest. So yeah, let's talk to this guy.
Good day. Are you the master hunter?
Beortir tu madre, Naixe. I am indeed one and the same person. What do you want of me?
Tell me about these attacks.
The Donegad Katasach spoke to me about the animal attacks. Could you tell me more?
The Tenlands have been angered. They are very angry. The beasts have always lived here. But they only attack if we tread near their nest. Of late, they attack on sight. There have been many wounded. And some of our young have even disappeared. It may be that the Tenlands killed them, but it is also possible they followed the missionaries.
Okay, well, tell me more about the Tenlands, I suppose.
What can you tell me about the Tenlands?
They are normally very peaceful creatures, very calm, but who defend their young with fury. During the attacks, I noticed that they were not all the same. Not all from the same nest.
What do you mean?
That the other beasts don't come from here, but from other places. And that they are coming more and more often.
Well, that is kind of weird. Why would they do that? But yeah, tell me about the victims.
Were there many victims?
Many wounded. Thanks to the healing powers of the Doneigad, they survived. But the attacks happen more and more often. And they come with greater fury. I try to chase them away, to destroy any nests that I found, but still, more of them come. And now our children disappear. The stress alone could kill our village.
Can you tell me who they are?
A young fisherman and a gatherer. You will find the sister of the woman and the brother of the man in the village.
I will go and see them.
Okay, apparently I have even more questions to ask. So, how would I defeat the Tenlans? I'm pretty sure I fought some Tenlans before, and they were actually pretty aggressive the last time I met them. So, I'm not sure why this is so special.
I believe I can help you in your fight against the Tenlans. How would you advise me to go about it?
You must destroy their nests. It's sad, but the only way to stop their numbers growing. There are most likely 3 around here. I can point you in the direction to one that I discovered. I would have taken care of it, but my village cannot spare my presence here. I must keep watch. I did not find the 2 others. Some in the village may know where to find them.
And how would I go about destroying the nests?
You must burn them and kill the dominant one, or else they will build again. We see them especially at dawn. After that, we no longer see them. But be careful, Renaxe. The night belongs to the Tenlands. That is when they are most awake. Going out at night is very dangerous.
I thank you for your advice. We shall go and destroy the nest come dawn.
Okay, so we have to do some Tenlan hunting. But yeah, why do you think they are so aggressive?
Isn't it odd that these creatures who are normally passive have become so aggressive?
Yes. Yes. This has never happened in my lifetime.
What do you know? Speak. Lives are at risk.
I do not speak of things I am not sure of. The Renaigse, like you, do not understand the bond we have with nature.
Well, you could at least give me your theory. Insist on talking about the creature's aggressivity. Huh. Well, maybe if I propose to help first, he will be more willing to give me information.
Is there anything that we might be able to do for you?
Besides destroying their nests and fighting the Tenlands, do you know the art of crafting weapons? Our artisan was among the wounded, and my weapon is broken.
I can try to repair it.
Here, in this condition, it is of no use to me at all.
Okay, well, I might be able to do that depending on the craftsmanship level. So, yeah, what can you tell me about these missionaries?
What do you know about the missionaries?
The Moin Shakers. They came here before the attacks of the Tenlands and buzz around us like flies. They speak of light, of demons, and the soul. Their words make little sense. All that they want is for us to join their village, and that we serve them as if they were Tiern. They want to make us Renaigse. They want to sever our bond with our lands. Their words do not touch those old enough to understand. But the young are sometimes swayed and listen. They follow them to their Eden village, and they become their servants. Their bond is cut.
Have you tried to fight them?
No. But some have fought. Because they treat the young girls badly. I think if not for the attacks, no one would have turned to them and their light. But hope fled our village. And the weak of courage have doubts and listen to their lies.
It sounds as if the attacks began at a timely moment for the missionaries.
Are you insinuating that it might not be a coincidence? Well, how about I repair your weapon and then I will talk to you again. Maybe then you will tell me more about the aggressive creatures.
I must be going. Kadazak advised us to speak with the families of those missing. Perhaps they might know where the Tenlins have built their nests.
Okay, I guess I will do that too. But first, let's have a look at the weapon. Oh, it's only level 1. I can do that.
Here is your weapon. It is just like new.
Thank you. You have given it back its purpose. It belonged to my master before me, and you have understood its nature. It may be that you are more on Almanawi than Renaigse, and that you will one day see as we. During my walks, I saw a great Tenlan of clear skin. The others seemed to follow him. I felt that he called them, that he fed them rage, and that his place is not here.
Why didn't you try to kill it?
He is very strong, and the others protect him. I was only able to track him to his lair, a cavern. I placed traps all around it, but all were avoided. He is clever.
You say he doesn't have his place here. What do you mean?
That he was brought here to attract the others and make them rage.
Okay.
By men, the Renaig say. But I cannot prove this. That is why I did not wish to voice these thoughts. I feel it, nothing more.
So maybe it is the missionaries after all? Well, I wouldn't put it past them. And yeah, I don't have the option to insist anymore, but I'm going to assume that's basically what he would have told me.
I must be going.
So, we got a lot of useful information here, and we also got like a number of new quests, right? Let me have a look at that. Find and destroy the Tenlin's nest. Requires alchemical preparation of elemental damage. I think I have that. Talk to the missing villagers' families. Talk to the missionaries. So, that's quite a few stuff to do. I guess I'm starting by talking to the families because going to assume it's here in the village. Yes, it is. Also, do I have that stuff that I need to destroy the nests? Yes, I do. Quite a lot of it, actually. So, yeah, let's see. Where would I find these families? I think one of them is over here. So, let's talk to her first.
Good day. I have been sent here by your Donegad. He asked me to help you.
I hope he is right, and that you are not like the Mind Shakers. My sister has gone missing.
It is for that very reason that I am here. To attempt to find her, or to understand.
Then I will tell you what I know.
Okay, well, let's ask a few questions.
Your sister, what does she look like?
She is a very beautiful young woman. Kind and sweet. I miss her so very much.
Is she very careful? Does she know she should be wary of the beasts?
Oh yes, she knows it very well. But she has been star-eyed of late. And the stars make you forget all caution.
Okay, what exactly does that mean? So when exactly did she disappear?
How long has she been missing?
2 nights have gone by since. She told me that she was going to gather berries. It was early in the day, but she never returned. I called for her from the edge of the village, in vain, And the Tenlands were roaming.
Do you know where she usually goes picking?
Certainly. In the clearing. We find a great many berries there.
That seems a little bit vague. The clearing, but okay. So, does she have any enemies?
Is there anyone in the village that might want her harmed?
No. No, everyone loves her. Maybe a little too much.
Why do you say that?
She is beautiful and young. The Mindshakers took notice. And the boys of the village did as well.
What do you think likely happened to her?
She might have been attacked by the Tenlands. But it was early, and they come out mostly at night.
You think it might have been something else?
I hope. Even if it is a strange hope. Perhaps she was taken by the Mindshakers. They were pestering her the other day. They behaved without respect. A boy intervened and chased them off.
But do you think that they might have captured her outside of the village? That merits inspection.
Okay, so we basically have two working theories here. It's either the Tenlands or the missionaries, or it's the Tenlands that are somehow used by the missionaries? Okay, apparently I can ask more questions here, so let's do that.
Tell me about the Tenlands. About their attacks.
Before, I only very rarely came across the beasts. We knew their nesting grounds and kept clear of them. But now they are everywhere and they attack everyone. They've even been known to come as close as the clearing where we pick berries. Very far from their favorite grounds.
Do you know how to fight them?
No, I am not a fighter. If you want such advice, ask the Master Hunter.
Well, I will go and investigate this clearing. Perhaps they built a nest near there.
It is possible, because before there was never one near there.
Okay, well, and tell me more about the missionaries.
Could you tell me anything about the missionaries?
They are monosynaig. They think that they can take anything they desire.
What do you mean?
They came to our beautiful village. They wanted to take away our young people. Many heard their words and left. We never saw them again. But I saw how they treated my sister. I believe that they take the young to serve them. They wanted to take my sister like that, as if she were a tool. And if it were not for the young fisherman.
The one who is also missing?
Yes. He was very brave. I hope they didn't hurt her to avenge their pride.
I'm going to have to go and speak with them.
Okay, well, thank you for that information.
I must leave now.
Alright, that was quite a bit of information indeed, but I think I still have another person to talk to. Yes, another relative of another missing person. So, let's see where exactly that would be. Somewhere behind this little group of trees, I suppose. Alright, here we go.
Good day. My name is Desardet from the congregation. I've been told that someone dear to you has disappeared.
Yes, my little brother. He left to go fishing, like every day, and he did not return.
Your Donegad asked me to help you. Any information you can give me would be very useful.
This is true? I hope your words to be heartfelt. My insides are twisting in fear that my brother is lost.
Okay, well, let's ask a few questions. So, tell me about your brother.
Can you describe your brother for me?
He is young, rather tall and strong. The girls find him handsome. He is such a nice boy, but he is wild off the tether, and often his curiosity gets him in trouble.
Okay, and when exactly did he disappear?
Can you tell me more precisely when he disappeared? Where and under what circumstances?
It was 2 days past. I saw him leave to go fishing, as he was often to do.
And you cannot remember anything out of the ordinary?
No, he was full of joy, full of life. I am so worried about him.
I understand. And yeah, sure, let's ask for enemies again.
Did your brother have any enemies?
No, I can't think of anyone who would plant strangleweeds in his garden. Perhaps a youthful rivalry. He didn't get along particularly well with the Master Hunter, but it was nothing serious.
Okay.
Perhaps the missionaries. He did get into a fight with them, but they surely wouldn't have taken him.
That could be a lead. Was he close to anyone?
He has been dreamy and more joyful than usual. Those are the signs of someone stricken with love. But he no longer wants to share secrets with me. He told me that he has grown beyond the shadow of his brother. And the birds in his branches are his.
What do you think most likely happened to him?
He could have come face to face with Tenlands. They've become angry of late. But he knew how to avoid them. He might have had a run-in with the Mindshakers as well. He got into a fight with them a while back. Because of a young girl in our village.
You think the missionaries might have sought vengeance?
I don't know. But he might have went to find them in their village. He bears no good feelings towards them.
I will go and see. Maybe they can tell me more.
So we're basically back to the same two theories again, Tenlands and missionaries. And it seems to me that the two missing people were actually a couple. At least that's what I get from the different pieces of information here. So yeah, let's ask these questions too.
Did your brother know the girl who also disappeared?
Yes. It is because of that girl that he fought with the Mindshakers.
Could she be the source of his happiness of late?
I don't think so. They have been friends since they were little. And she is promised to another.
Oh.
A promise can be broken. And be the reason your brother has kept it secret.
Perhaps. But what would it matter? He would not have fled with her. Not without saying farewell.
Well, I guess that could be a third potential theory. If they were in love and she was promised to someone else, maybe they just eloped. I guess that would be possible. But sure, let's ask about the Tenlands first.
What can you tell us about the Tenlands?
They are beasts that live near water, rivers or coasts. In all our memories, only if you approach their nests do they anger and attack. But lately...
Yes. Katazak told me they attacked the villagers. Could you point in the direction of their nest?
I know where to find one, but there are certainly more. My brother should not have left the village alone. But for a while now, he does not share my fears for him.
Okay, well, and can you tell me more about the missionaries?
Could you tell me about the missionaries?
The Mindshakers. They came here to take us to a marvelous village. They said it was a perfect place, where all is shining in light, and where there is no danger.
Their words seem to have been to your liking.
A place full of peace is a dream. Here we must fight to survive, since the Tenlands have grown angry. And now their stories of light are difficult to imagine. It seems like a beautiful place, though. But my brother fought with them. They gave trouble to a young girl, one of his friends. He told me that these Mindshakers were liars, that they were hurting the more innocent young. I don't really know what to think. If they took them, could you tell them to give them back? There is no fair trade for our children.
The story about the fight compels me to at least go and ask them some questions.
I will most certainly ask them a few questions, be sure about that.
I must be leaving. It seems that our two missing youths were together here. No need for a seer to see that there must have been something more than friendship between them.
So again, that might be a possible reason why they have disappeared. But yeah, I have quite a lot of quest markers now. Okay, so these are the nest. That is a nest. And that is a nest. And I guess... Oh, I see, there's another nest over here. So that's 3 nests that I need to destroy. Then I need to find the missing villagers. And I need to talk to the missionaries. That's a lot of stuff to do. I'm not even sure in what order to do it. Now, honestly, I think destroying the nest might be useful one way or the other. So I guess that's what I'm going to do first. I will visit all of the 3 places and destroy the nests, because even if the missionaries are behind the disappearance of these 2 young people, I think destroying the nest would be useful one way or the other. But I think I'm going to do that in the next episode, so let's make a cut here and we will continue this the next time. So as usual, thank you for watching and see you again next time.